So this morning I was wrestling with my apartment window. You know that little whistle of cold air that
Mm.
it just won't quit.
Oh, I know that sound all too well.
Right. I spent 20 minutes with weather stripping, thinking about how miserable life must have been before central heating. Then I opened the packet for today's deep dive on Skara Brae.
And you felt a little foolish.
I felt a little foolish. It turns out people in Scotland 5,000 years ago might have been warmer than I am right now.
It completely upends our whole timeline of comfort, doesn't it? We have this image of the Neolithic era as just, damp caves and pure survival.
Exactly.
But the engineering at Skara Brae, it suggests they had mastered their environment in ways we're only just beginning to appreciate.
And mastered is definitely the right word. I mean, look at the dates. It was occupied from roughly 3180 BC to 2500 BC.
So it was thriving before the Great Pyramids, before Stonehenge even.
Way before. And yet, when that huge storm in 1850 stripped the grassway in Orkney, they didn't find primitive huts. They found a sophisticated, planned community.
And it's the preservation that lets us see that. Because they built with stone, we basically have a freeze frame of their domestic lives. But the real genius wasn't just the stone itself.
It was what they put between the stone and the earth.
Precisely. The middens.
I was reading about this, and it's brilliant. They didn't just dig into the ground. They packed the walls with this wet organic compost.
A mix of domestic waste, clay, ash. It all cured almost like concrete. It created this incredible thermal barrier against the Orkney gales.
So they were effectively living inside a high-performance thermal battery.
That's a great way to put it. That thermal mass would have stabilized the indoor temperature year-round. So while the wind was howling outside, the inside would have stayed consistently mild.
And inside that incredibly warm shelter, they had amenities that they shouldn't exist in 3000 BC.
The furniture, for one.
Right. Stone dressers, box beds, all built in. But the part that really made me stop and reread the notes was the plumbing.
The plumbing is a game changer.
We're not just talking a hole in the ground. The schematics show a primitive flushing system.
It's an incredible feat of hydraulic engineering for the time. Each house had a designated cell with a drain.
A drain that led to a main sewer.
Exactly. A main sewer which used running water to flush waste out to the ocean. It suggests a society that really prioritized hygiene thousands of years before the Romans popularized it.
You know, speaking of sophisticated systems that optimize our lives, that actually brings us to our sponsor, Silk.
A perfect transition.
It really is. I mean, if Skara Brae proves anything, it's that leveraging the right tools changes everything. Silk is doing that for modern business intelligence. If you need help with AI training, automation, or custom software development, they are the experts.
They can uncover where agents could make the most impact for your business.
So check them out at embersilk.com for your AI needs. Okay, so we have the hardware of the village, the insulated walls, the plumbing.
But the software of their culture, the artifacts, that's where it gets even more intriguing.
Absolutely. The pottery analysis paints a picture of a society that wasn't just surviving, they were hosting.
Hosting, and maybe something more.
The residue in those grooved ware jars is wild. They found an alcoholic drink made from oats and barley, which sounds normal enough.
Until you see the other ingredients.
Hemlock and deadly nightshade.
Right. That changes the context entirely. We are not talking about a casual beer. These are potent, dangerous neurotoxins.
So using them without killing everyone requires some serious botanical knowledge.
It implies a culture with some very high-stakes rituals, possibly involving altered states of consciousness, maybe managed by a specialist like a shaman.
It adds this layer of intensity to the whole cozy cottage vibe, you know. You have the stone dresser showing off your carved stone balls or ivory pins.
And then you have this heavy, maybe religious component to their gatherings.
It reminds me of that little figurine they rediscovered in 2016, the Skara Brae Budo.
Oh, the carved whalebone figure.
Yeah, with the eyes in the mouth. It's a small thing, but it makes them feel like real people, not just historical data points.
It grounds the grand engineering in humanity. And I think that's important when we talk about why the village was eventually abandoned around 2500 BC.
Right. The sources seem to be moving away from the disaster movie theories. It wasn't some sudden catastrophe.
No, it looks like the climate just gradually shifted. It got a bit colder, a bit wetter, and the sand dunes started encroaching.
It was an adaptation, not a failure. The environment changed, and so the people just moved on.
Exactly. But look at what they left behind.
That's the real takeaway for me. 5,000 years later, the walls are still standing, the drains could probably still work, It's just this massive testament to the durability of human ingenuity.
We build, we solve problems, and we leave a mark that lasts. It's a story of resilience and brilliance that echoes right up to the present day.
A great reminder of what we're all capable of. If you want to keep exploring these triumphs of history with us, make sure you're subscribed to Intellectually Curious.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive, please leave us a 5-star review. It really does help get the word out.
Thanks for tuning in.